Okay, Aftermid Strike is a bit too broken. Welcome back to Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. We are looking at 3 techniques that can carry you through ranked with close to zero effort. If you're someone that plays Dragon Ball Sparking Zero all day, all night, then you might have faced a couple of Super Vegito, Krillin, Videl, and even Kid Gohan, but what if I told you there's a reason for that? There are 3 techniques in Sparking Zero that makes you near invincible by allowing you to automatically vanish most attacks that are thrown at you. I'm gonna explain these 3 techniques one by one, and you will understand why one of them is stronger than the other ones. The first and weakest of all 3 techniques is Wild Sense. It allows you to vanish one attack and also makes you to punch your opponent right after the vanish for the cost of 2 skill points. Couple of characters that got this technique are Adult Gohan, Future Trunks, Base Gogeta, Golden Frieza, and a couple others too. To top it all off, there are even characters that got their own type of Wild Sense, such as UI Goku, but his is called Ultra Movement. The second and most balanced technique is After Image. It allows you to vanish one attack, and unlike Wild Sense, it doesn't make you punch your opponent. You can do whatever you want after the move. This costs 2 skill points. Characters that got After Image are Future Trunks with his sword, Base Gotenks, Yamcha, and Vegeta from the end of Z. Based on my testing, both of these techniques have no time limit, but they don't actually need one. This is not the type of game where you won't get hit a couple of times. And now comes the busted technique, After Image Strike, the technique that makes you vanish almost everything for 15 seconds straight. You will vanish normal attacks, you will vanish supers, you will vanish even ultimate attacks. The cost for this technique are 3 skill points. Okay, so I keep finding stuff while editing this video. I used After Image Strike, I vanished out like 10 different ultimates, and now while I was editing this video I needed a clip and fought against the Super Baby, and the dude dropped his ultimate on me seconds before me activating After Image Strike. So I suppose there are some ultimates that can hit you inside After Image Strike. Usually it shouldn't hit you. There are 180 characters, so there is probably some sort of exception. But as I said before, After Image Strike can vanish out ultimates. Just not all of them, I suppose. Now to balance it out, there are 3 instances where you actually do get hit, and that is either if you get hit by a Ki Blast, if you get grabbed, or if you get stuck in an animation and your opponent has the reflexes of a god and keeps throwing hands behind you, which, let's face it, probably not gonna happen. Once again, I just found out something new while editing this video. Yesterday I hosted viewer sets and found out that Sonic Sway actually also lands a hit on After Image Strike, so I suppose running away, shooting Ki Blast and defending yourself with Sonic Sway is one of the ways to defend yourself. But I'm not so sure that they're gonna hold out for 15 seconds. Most beginner players probably never knew how these work, they just shrugged them off as being useless because come on, you can literally turn Super Saiyan or send out a beam, they are much cooler, right? Well, that might be true, all 3 of these techniques happen instantly with no animation, no restriction. All that you can see is that suddenly the skill point of your opponent just vanished. Beginner players will not notice this, and even players that are top 10 on the leaderboard might not see it, so this is exactly why After Image Strike is the go-to if you wanna rank up quickly or just wanna make your friends think that you are a god at vanishing. Even Perception and Revenge Counter gets vanished out, nothing you do can actually save you unless your opponent doesn't attack you. This is the reason why there are so many Vegito players out on ranked. You don't believe me? A top 5 PC player told me this technique. I'm not just making this all up. I am just making YouTube videos, but I always try to fact check all of this. And there you go, top 5 players are telling me that After Image Strike is too strong. Now, as an honorable mention, I do want to say that there are characters that heal, such as Majin Buu and Yajirobe. And I'm not saying that their heal ability is not strong at all, but compared to After Image Strike, I'd be willing to say that they are not that intimidating. For sure, you can heal far too much in Sparking Zero, but that 15 seconds of freedom is worth far more than any type of healing in my book. By the way, if you're thinking what's the best way to gain skill points, I can't really give you a definitive answer since this is only week 1 into Sparking Zero's launch, but in my opinion, it feels like vanishing any type of attacks is the way, Like when you get kicked away, if you keep vanishing and your opponent is also a vanish god, you will eventually get enough skill points. You think UI Goku is that big of a menace? Well, guess again, After Image Strike is what you need. I'm not saying UI Goku is not good, in fact he's a very good character, but if you can get a team full of After Image Strike characters, you will probably do better than having UI Goku on point. And there you have it. That's gonna be it for today's video, guys. If you wanna rank up quickly, then I highly suggest you to pick an After Image Strike character on your team. The other day I have dropped a combo guide video. I basically teach you guys how to build your own combo. Go ahead and check out that video. I hope you all have had a fantastic day. Stay safe. Until next time, boys. Peace!